Hi, I'm Lily Diaz, your IDEM product specialist here at EandM, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about rope pulls. So what is a rope pull exactly? Well, they look a little bit like this. This is a very, very common looking one. It's a single arm rope pull, so it's just got one tensioning arm right here. An E-stop on the top. This one has an LED indicator and a reset button as well. These are very commonly used for really long lines of conveyor and sometimes for areas that don't have any kind of fence guarding around them. Again, think more conveyor systems. The main reason they're used is so that you could, in an emergency, if you got caught in a conveyor, you could pull on it any which way and the machine would stop. So think kind of like a bus pull, a bus stop pull. You pull on it and it tells the bus driver that you want to get off at the next stop. This one, it's not the next stop, it's immediately. Hopefully it doesn't wait for something else to happen before it stops. So you pull on it, the machine would stop, and then you could prevent any kind of serious injury that way. Normally there's a little rope that's connected to this eyelet that runs either to a spring or to another unit, depending upon how your system works. And that would also determine what the links are for how far you can run. So for the single arm rope pull, with a rope here and a spring as the other side of the tensioning unit, you could do about 60 meters. So that's a good distance. Now if you had two of these single arm rope pulls, one at either end of your conveyor, you could do 80 meters. Still pretty good, but not quite as good as the dual arm rope pull. So this is a design that I haven't seen anywhere else, and it's really quite convenient if you have a very, very long line. From here to a spring as a tensioner on the other end, you can do 100 meters. So that's either side. Or if you have another unit, you could potentially do 125 meters. That's a really long ways. 25 meters both sides. So if you have a whole bunch of these in a row, you can go really, really far. Now, a lot of people have questions about why there's an E-stop on the top. It's not required, but depending upon your specific employers, companies, your customers, if you're a machine builder, they'll have their own safety requirements. So sometimes they require an E-stop, sometimes they don't. You can see it is removable. That's for two reasons. One, if you break it, and two, if you need to add it after the fact. You can buy this unit without the E-stop on the top. There'll be a little plug similar to this. And then if for some reason your customer or you realize you should have bought one to put on the machine, you can buy it and add it in later. Sounds a little bit like a squeaky toy when I do that. Sorry. But you can add this in later. It doesn't change the wiring on the inside either, which is super great. Another thing to note about the wiring on the inside, there are contacts on the inside of this that are replaceable. So if you have any kind of electrical issue or problem, that is something we can replace. And another thing to note, we do have options of both of these with explosion-proof contacts on the inside. So something to keep in mind for you guys out there with that kind of environment. Now the hood on this is also replaceable, so if anything were to happen maybe to the LED or your reset got broke, you can take this off and replace it with another one. It makes it so you don't have to sell you a whole new system. It's already wired up, it's already installed, let's just replace the things that broke. Now, the LED is really, really cool. Again, it's not required. The reset's required, though. Make sure you have a reset. But the LED is not. It is really handy, though. Let's just say you have a whole bunch of these in a line and someone pulls one and there's no LED. How do you know which one's the one that tripped? You have to go out there and press the reset on every single one of them. Depending upon how long your line is, that could be a while. But this gives you an indication that it's tensioned correctly, that everything's safe. It will have a little light on here, and then when you pull it, the light will change to red, and you'll see which one's the one that trips. You can go over and just quickly reset. Now, both of these are IP67. They're cast, so they are meant for indoor and outdoor applications. Super handy. But we also do have IP69K versions of these. Sadly, I don't have any of them, but they're beautiful, shiny stainless, and hopefully I'll get some of those really soon. So again, look at your conveyor systems, look at the areas in your facility that might not have traditional fence guarding, and we'll come in and see if we can help you guys select something or select another safety switch to help you guys protect your line workers. If you have any questions or would like me to come out with these products to your facility and take a look at what your safety application is, please contact me using the information on the screen. I'm Lily Diaz, your IDEM product specialist, signing off.